Hi, welcome to Midwest Magic Cleaning. My name is It's Ben. People who watch my channel regularly know that I have an immense amount of empathy for people with hoarding disorder because it can't be helped any more than your depression can just be helped by smiling more. People are like, I would have just thrown all that stuff away, or why don't you just explain to them that they could be using that money for better things? And it's like telling somebody with depression, man, you could be so much happier if you just didn't have depression. It's a genuine neuropsychological disorder. Study it. It is fascinating. Now, what I do is not a service. You can't look up on Google and find people who clean houses for free. People like me are very rare. I'm autistic. I do this for fun because I'm weird, and I do it to help people who can't help themselves. Had I not come over here to do this for him, this would have cost him around $15,000 to clean up. I personally spent $3,000 on this cleanup out of my own pocket. I rented two 30-yard dumpsters, which are about $1,500 to $1,600 on their own, and I paid another $1,500 in labor to have my son Jason, my daughter Adrian, and my employee Daniel, all three are employees, but to have them come over to help me with this cleanup. Add in all the extra trash bags and cleaning equipment and chemicals and the rags and brooms and mops that we just had to throw away after because they were ruined, and all that adds up to about $3,000. Now, I'm not complaining about that. I'm fine with it. I get a cool video. I get to have fun. People get to be entertained by watching this chaos turn into order. And this dude gets helped out in ways that didn't exist before we came along. But had I not had this weird hobby that I like to do, and had I not been able to afford to pay for those things, this would have all been coming out of the pocket of the guy who had inherited the house. So even if he was cleaning it up on his own, he still would have had to pay that much in dumpster fees and all the stuff I just listed. And then because he doesn't know what he's doing, it would have taken him at least a month to clean this up. We did it in 6 or 7 days. That bothers me not because the woman didn't think of that before she passed. It frightens me because she didn't have the ability to think of that before she passed. And knowing that any of us with just the right brain chemistry and just the right amount of trauma, because this is always triggered by massive trauma, like a death in the family or a bitter divorce or a loss of a career or a terrible accident, any of us could be in this situation. And even if we're not personally in this situation, any of our relatives could be as well. Any of your friends could find themselves in this predicament. And when you do find yourself buried under several tons of rubble, the worse it gets, the more difficult it gets to ask for help.